In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to get professional and social referrals.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
A lot of people, when they start their business, their marketing strategy involves getting referrals, but they just say referrals. And so it's somewhat of a confusing term. And a lot of people are themselves confused. What is that really like? So let's go over it. There's two referrals, social referrals and business referrals. First, let's go over social referrals. You want to, of course, do the obvious, encourage people, ask nicely, and build it into your product. If your product is more fun, or if you have a service set up or a product, if it's more fun to do with someone else, like an event, it's more fun to go with a friend. Movie, it's more fun to go with a friend. A video game, maybe it's more fun to do with a friend. Planning something, maybe it's easier to do with a friend. Who knows what it is? What your job is to figure out how to fit your business into something that's experienced socially so that people can bring their friends. If you do all that and you ask people, of course, some people will recommend you out of the goodness of their heart, but that's relatively few. To increase that number, you can incentivize them financially with discounts or extras. And the best discounts are, first of all, generous, and second of all, are both ways. Like the person referring gets some financial benefit and the person who is getting referred also gets some financial benefit. So they both get something and they both have a reason to come to your business. And of course, things like making your business more fun, more unique, of course, that makes it more interesting and naturally makes it more shareable and something people talk about. And needless to say, the quality of your business or product. And make sharing a focal point. For example, if you have a small button on your site, like share our site, and it's somewhere in the corner, that's not going to really get a lot of sharing. But if you make that button bigger, naturally you'll just get more sharing from that. And this is really for online and offline. The same things really apply. Now let's talk about professional referrals. The first thing to do is to identify and communicate your niche specialization. For example, if you're a veterinarian and you specialize in a certain breed of dogs, then people who need help for those breeds of dogs will specifically come to you because it's your specialization. It doesn't mean that you're not going to service and help other dogs, but there's a certain type of dog that you can help way better and you're one of the top specialists. And so when people say, oh, I need a veterinarian who helps Labradors, there's only one like that, probably it's you. So immediately you come to mind. And this is, by the way, something for professional referrals and social referrals. So a clear specialization. You are an expert in such and such field and subfields. Once you have a specialization, you can network with other professionals and establish relationships with them. Not necessarily people who compete directly against you, but people who have kind of parallel businesses. For example, if you do car repair, if you're a mechanic, well, you maybe fix engines and things like this, but you don't maybe paint cars, and maybe you don't focus on tires, and maybe you don't focus on like body work, right? Maybe fixing dents. So then you can refer those out. And people who paint, they are not mechanics, so they can refer people to you. So you can establish professional referral networks like that by establishing relationships, but you can also incentivize this financially with commissions. And the commission structures are best when they are generous and when they are verifiable, meaning the client actually buys. It's not just a lead necessarily, but they actually buy. And then when they buy, then you give a generous cut to the person who referred you. That way you don't lose money by incentivizing. And there's another way to get referrals online by recruiting affiliates. And the simplest site for that is clickbank.com. Of course, you can also directly reach out to influencers to see if they can promote you. And usually, of course, they'll promote you if you really make sense for their clients, or really if you pay them. So those are all the ways to boost your referrals. And let me show you Clickbank for a second, because Clickbank is not for every business. I'm on Clickbank now, and this is their vendor and product requirements category. Services or products, digital and physical, are okay, but they do have some exclusions. I'll let you read it on your own to make sure that your product or service fits their rules. So this is their page. I'll link it up in the course in the resources section. And essentially this is what Clickbank is. And then you create an account and then you make sure that you sign up as a vendor. And when you've signed up as a vendor, you can post your product there, and affiliate marketers can find your products and start promoting them for a commission. And again, the same story, generous commission that will incentivize people more to promote your business. So these are all the ways to get referrals.